Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Miss Unfortunate and today I have a build for you. It is a modern farmhouse and it is in Brindleton Bay at the Tails End lot, which is a 30 by 40 lot, and the total cost of it is 144,266 simoleons, so it's not too terrible compared to the last few builds that I've done. So anyway, real quick, if you guys are enjoying hanging out with me, you like seeing my face, you like my creations and all that fun stuff, don't forget to hit the like buttons, smash subscribe, and of course hit the little notification bell so you know when I do an upload, because I enjoy hanging out with you guys and I hope you like hanging out with me. Alright, so let's go ahead and just jump right on into this and we will begin. Alright guys, so welcome to a few seconds later. We are diving right on into creating the bones of this home. Like I said in the introduction, this is a modern farmhouse build. The last build I did was a Tudor, the one before that was a straight up modern house, and I believe the one before that was a mega mansion. So we've not done one of these yet on the channel. I know that this is a pretty popular kind of way to do some builds nowadays. I just absolutely love the way that it looks. So the style of the build anyway, the modern ranch aesthetic, if you will. So I wanted to build my own, and the roof was quite a pain on this build. And the worst part is that we actually go back and resize the entire house to be a bit smaller. It looks exactly the same, it's just a little bit smaller. And we actually get rid of this whole little kind of attic thing above the garage here that I spend so much time on, but in the end it ends up looking a lot better than if it were there. For whatever reason, I just create my house, or I create my homes or my lots that I build way too big, and then when I start kind of imagining furniture inside of them, I'm like, oh, hold on a second, we need to downsize this just a little bit. So that's what we did there, and it kind of sucks because I did it after I did all of the landscaping, so I had to kind of redo the landscaping. It was a bit of a big decision because I knew it would be time consuming, but it was well worth it, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about here in a moment. You can see that I am flying through this actually. Yes, I did plan it like I usually plan my builds. I like to build my builds first, furnish them next, and then once I am satisfied, I will tear the whole thing down, and then I will turn OBS on and start recording and redo the whole thing. So we did do that here as well, of course, but originally the wallpapers just flew onto the walls and I didn't have too much of a problem with the exterior this round, which was fabulous because if you know me, I struggle with wallpaper. I have no idea why. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch that play The Sims either have some kind of degree in color theory, rather it be graphic designs or web design or whatever have you, but you do need to have some sort of basic understanding of color when it comes to those type of careers. And I did go to college for media arts and animation, but it escapes me. It escapes me to this day, you guys. So right now we are building the driveway, and I believe we are about to get a little, yep, we are transitioning into the landscaping phase. And the landscaping that I did for this house, I would say it doesn't quite fit the type of home. However, you guys know I'm not that great at landscaping, so though it may look nice, I don't think it's the right type of landscaping for this home, but I think it looks alright. What do you guys think? Comment down below. You think I should just shut up about not being good at landscaping and just live with it, or you guys got some tips for me? What's up? I know some of you guys came out with some awesome tutorials on landscaping, so I have seen that the videos exist. I need to now go and act upon them and watch them, and I do plan to do that. I've been going around and watching so much of your guys' videos. I've learned so much, and I know I said this in the last video, but it just continues. It just keeps going. I definitely think if you are watching this and you're trying to become a YouTuber that has a larger sub base perhaps, or something of the sort, I do definitely recommend you go out and you support your community and look and see what they're doing, because for one, they're going to want to support you back 100%, and for two, all the stuff I've learned has come from just doing that. It's fantastic. I mean, obviously, excuse me. Obviously, I knew how to play The Sims before I came into the community, but there's just so much you can do just by yourself. You know, you add hundreds of people that love the game, and you can see all the things that they do with it, and it starts to make your old clicker start ticking. And it kind of makes you think, well, what else can I do, you know? And I really love releasing these videos because it really inspires me to... Sorry, guys, my voice is just so weird today. It really inspires me to make builds that have some wow factors to them. You know, like just stuff that you wouldn't regularly see in a build. For example, in my last build, I had those cute little cubby seating areas next to the windows. I don't know if you guys saw the last video, but if not, you should check it out. I'll have a link for it right up there. But in that home, I did mash a lot of furniture together to make it look like a completely different new invention, if you will. And I am pretty proud I was able to manage to do that here as well. Right now, we are just working on finalizing the yard. As you can see, we don't really have a fence. I didn't think one was quite necessary because of the way that I designed it. And right here, we have me typing in the cheats. I wanted to zoom in just so you guys could see exactly what cheats I am using. So I believe we are first turning on all cheats, and then we're using, I think, 3 more cheats. So feel free to pause them if you need to take a look and see what I just did. Or I will be sure to put it down in the comments down below so you don't have to be searching too hard for it. But basically all those cheats did was allow us to use pretty much anything that the game has to offer. No custom content, of course. Oh, by the way, if you guys are ever interested in downloading one of my builds, for whatever reason, the gallery is flagging my content as custom, and I do not have custom content whatsoever. I don't build with it or anything. So definitely, I would say turn your custom content filter on if you're having problems finding these builds. And I know Deligracy mentioned it before, that she was having the same exact issue. So did she ever mention that she resolved it somehow? I'm not sure. That was the living room. It was very basic, simple, warm. And now we're going to a galley kitchen. And I know that's kind of strange. Modern farmhouse, it should be open floor plan, I know. But I really wanted to give it more of the classic look. And I love galley kitchens. I think they're really nice. I know they're not the most popular anymore, but people still get their kitchens done in a galley way. Or they just already have a galley kitchen and they renovate it. Me, I probably would have just knocked down the walls, but I really wanted to make this build really, really comfy and homey and welcoming. And right now we're working on the breakfast nook, and that's why I wanted to do a galley kitchen, because I really wanted the little breakfast corner nook, and then I really wanted a little bit of a spot for the dining table. So you would, if you walked into a Texas home, or I mean, I'm sure it's not just Texas home, but if you walked into one of these types of home, usually they do have the 2 different eating areas in the kitchen. And we're spending a lot of time on this kitchen. There's a lot of detail that goes into it. And I do kind of go all over the place in this area because sometimes you just gotta let something go and move on to something else until you get inspired to continue on with whatever you were just trying to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. If you guys think I should not do face cam, I know I keep asking you this every single video so far, but I haven't really gotten a lot of feedback on that. I have heard comments that I'm pretty. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I try. I don't want to get on cam and look absolutely hideous for you guys, because then I might decrease in subs, which I'm only 5 subs away from 100. I was really hoping that I would hit 100 and this would be my 100 sub video, but that's a little greedy because my last build video was already my 50 sub. video, I've been gaining subs like crazy, and I think it's just because I go around and I'm like, hey, I like your stuff. And I mean, you know, that's basically all I do. Because I do. So I'm really into the community. So if anyone was wondering how I got subs that fast, it's really how. I definitely recommend you do the same thing, because the more that we support each other, the more that our content's going to be seen by other people that might not be specifically looking for us. So yeah, definitely make sure you guys go out and put in your part into the community that you're a part of. And right here, we're just finalizing some very small details. There's a lot of very small detailed clutter in this build. However, there are times where I will kind of phase the video out and phase it back in when I'm done, so I'm not taking up the entire video's time just by showing you all the little clutters that I'm doing. But yeah, so we are going to put a bunch of color in this dining room because I don't know if you noticed, but the kitchen is quite lacking in color. It is quite beige everywhere. Not specifically snazzy. So we definitely, that is a big bang of color right there, those 3 lights. I just thought of doing it. I never done it before. And that's another reason why I absolutely love doing these videos, because like I said, it really pushes me to experience completely new ways of building, because I want to impress you guys. I don't want to just come out with something that you've seen 1,000 times already. I mean, you've probably seen what I'm doing like at least, you know, 10, 20 times before, but I don't want to be, you know, I want to be a little different. I want to take my time and make sure I do this stuff right. Every time I do a build, it does probably take me like 3 days to do, including, you know, the idea, executing the idea, perfecting the idea, and then filming it all. So it takes quite a bit of time. That's why I love doing Let's Plays, because that's maybe about a day's work. But if I'm not doing Let's Plays, then I'm doing videos, and I'm about to get severely busy during Q4, which is quarter 4, which is October through December, for retail business, basically. And I'm going to be getting extremely busy. So what I'm thinking I'll probably do is pre-record a bunch of stuff or builds, because I want to stay active. I might not be able to take the time to sit down and create and record during that period, but I want to still share. So I will go ahead and try and take the time to do that now and build up a little bit of a vault, so I can, you know, just have something to share with you guys when I don't have the time to actually sit down and record something new. There's a prime example right there of how we kind of phase out and phase back in with all the clutter. That way you guys don't have to sit there and watch the whole thing. But yes, I would really like your guys' feedback. How should I do these videos? Should I just shut up and play some good jams and you guys just get into it? Should I keep talking about craziness and randomness and all that kind of stuff? Should I stick to talking about the build? Should I talk about life, current events? I don't know. Actually, don't answer that part, because I don't stay current with anything. I mean, I stay as current as I need to. With everything happening in the world, it's just... It's depressing. No matter what angle you're going at, it's just... I don't really like to watch the news. I do... Now, I do keep up to date with what's going on in the world, of course. I don't sit there on the couch and watch news like for hours, dreading the world I live in. I'm not going to say a lot about it, guys. I'm not like that. And I know you're not here to hear anything about it, but one day, I do believe that there's going to be a more equal world for everyone, hopefully. Because a lot of people are suffering from this kind of stuff right now. But let's not get too real, guys. This is The Sims. This is what we do to escape from that kind of stuff. You know, this is why people play games. This is why people have different lives and different games, so that you don't have to stick in the same world and be there. I tried explaining that to my mom the other day. I don't know what we were doing, but we were talking about how, she totally understands what I'm doing and she supports me. But before that, she was like, how can you just sit there and play video games like all the time? And I'm like, how can you just sit there and watch TV shows like all the time? And she's like, okay, that makes sense. And I told her, you know, gaming stimulates my brain, gets me thinking, It lets me let loose my creativity no matter what game you're playing. You know, I play more than The Sims. I play League of Legends, and for those of you that don't know what that is, don't look it up. Don't worry about it. You don't need it in your life. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know why I just said that. Yeah, so I play League of Legends. I like to play like stuff like Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls straight up, just on the console or the PC, or Fallout, all that kind of stuff. So you know, and tons more games than that, but I don't want to sit here and just yabber about that. Let's talk about the build. This is the upstairs landing, the part where you would come up the stairs and there'd just be that awkward space that you don't know what to do with. So what I did with it is I just put a little bit of a seating area and I think some magazines right here, almost like someone was just, you know, trying to peacefully sit there and read a little bit. You guys, I'm trying to remember to look downwards so the glare isn't that bad off my glasses. I've actually recorded this maybe 3 times now, which if you think about it, that's like an hour and a half of wasted time because I wasn't happy with any of those recordings. And I wasn't willing to settle. I was about to settle, and then I took a break. I went and made dinner for everyone and sat down and watched some anime with my boyfriend, and then came back rejuvenated and was like, no, I'm gonna re-record it. This is not good enough. So that's why we're here right now, I guess. But yeah. Right here is one of my favorite parts of the build, actually. I'm creating this entertainment center out of 3 bookshelves, some cement slabs, and some cupboards. So it looks kind of cool, I think. I think it turned out really cool because the colors actually match. So I think that's one reason really why it worked out. But this is really the game/study room, second living room kind of place. You know, the big grand rooms that when you walk upstairs, there's, you know, you're gonna go sit in there and play your games, right? We don't have an upstairs here. We have all one floor, and that's because, unfortunately, we are planning for the day that my mom will most likely end up in a wheelchair, which is going to be dreadful and depressing, but we are planning for it, and we will get through it, and it'll all be Gucci. There won't be a single thing wrong, and it'll be fine. But we used to have a 2-story home, and we had this huge living room upstairs. Like, I'm talking huge. It was like a 3,000 square foot house, and most of it was that freaking room. I swear to goodness. Whatever swearing to goodness will do to you. But yeah, we just continued with this blue theme. I didn't keep all the chairs blue because I thought it would be way too much blue. Those carpets, I did not feel deep down inside that they really went with this room, but they do have the blues, and I'm starting to really struggle with carpets, I'm realizing. The more and more that you build and record yourself doing these things, you start to realize how much you use that same light, how much you use that same potted plant, how much you use those same sets of couches, you know, that kind of thing. And you just gotta break out of it. You gotta break away because nobody wants to see you do that for the 13th or 100th time, you know what I mean? Here's another good example of my crazy clutterness. This is debug, I think. A lot of that should be debug, but those are not functionable counters. There's a way to make them functionable if you want to go the extra mile to do it. I just did not. Because for one, I don't know if there would have been room, but I think it looks cute. You know, kind of looks like a little bit of somewhere where they might go to do their homework or something like that. So, and the yellow curtains I do adore. We're just trying to play off all the colors that we have going on in this room. Mostly primary blue, of course. But yeah, so good stuff, fun stuff, looking for things to talk about because you guys know, okay, before The Sims, I had not been on social media for like 5 years, right? Well, not The Sims, I mean before YouTube. You guys, I've been playing The Sims for a very long time, ever since I was yay high. But yes, I recently got back into social media because all my friends are telling me that you gots to has the social medias to do the YouTubes. So I did, and it's been such a struggle keeping up with it. I don't think I've posted anything in like 4 or 5 days, not even my last video. I was just thinking about that. I keep getting notifications of people following me, and I'm like, yes, this is what I want. I should do something with this. So I am going to try and be a lot more active on social media, but I'm just curious if any of you guys are struggling with that too, please comment down below. It would really make me feel better knowing that I'm not alone. It's just hard, you know, it's hard because my brother is so social media, or he used to be. He stopped, once he met his current boyfriend, he stopped being so much into social media, and he said it's so much better that way. And then I got it back into social media. So he kind of got out of social media when I was going back into it. But I told him I'm only doing it for business, and it's okay to see my old friends from time to time, see what their life's up to and all that stuff. But I'd much rather just see what you guys are up to, you know, like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. Did you guys see that? I shrunk a bookshelf down and I stuck it into that wardrobe to make it look like there were shelves there. But yeah, you guys like that black lattice looking thing? I tried to make it look like wires, like she was hanging her pictures up on wire, but I think it didn't come out the way I really wanted it to. And then a bunch of teddy bears on the bed. Reminds me of my room. My room was not pink at all. I had a pretty neutral room. I actually had really nice furniture only because my dad got me this nice set of furniture this one time, and my room looked like I was like 24 years old when I was like 12. Because it was really nice furniture. But like I said, if I would have had it my way, it would have been decked out with all kinds of stuff, you know, the nostalgia stuff all over the walls, like you know, all the stuff I mentioned last time. I'm not going to get back into it. You guys, I talk about myself way too much, and that's sad, because the truth is sometimes I struggle. I don't know what to talk about, because okay, so like there's other YouTubers that are so much better at this. Obviously, I just started, but they can talk about what they were thinking about when they laid that one specific detail down. And I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking fill up this empty spot, make it look good. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just sit here and talk consistently about the build, but I will try my hardest for you guys because I freaking love you, okay? I love you. I love you because you guys make me feel good, because you watch my stuff, and it's the most best feeling ever. You know, so I play a lot of games, like I told you guys, and sometimes there's just games where I'm like, what's the point? No one's ever gonna see this. And Sims was actually never one of those kind of games. I just ended up wanting to share my stuff with you guys. But there are like some games that I'm just like, what's the point? I can't show my stuff off to other people, so I'm just not gonna play this game. It's pretty sad. So we are doing a cute little bit of a built-in with some shelves decoration here. This is a really warm room. I really like it. I feel like a girl or a boy could stay in this room. It does look like it's more for the younger type of children, or it could just be a teen that really, you know, kind of stuck to their kiddo past. That pile of stuffed animals keeps going, by the way. But it could just be that they stuck to you know, all their kids' stuff, and they're saving it now. I don't know. Putting it on display. I mean, I do that. I still have toys from when I was so little, but they're like, you know, they're my collectibles now, right? I still need to set up a proper background, you guys. I know having my frozen blanket isn't the best. Oh, here's the tour, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just stop yabbering so you can enjoy the tour. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of your face and out of your ears, and you guys enjoy. But real quick, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to smash subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can hang out with me and my weirdness anytime you want to. And you take care, stay safe out there, and have a great day. Bye!
should go now. Run. No, I won't leave you here. We can run together. Listen, if we run together, they will shoot us from behind. We both die. So, how's about you here? They will kill you. No, don't worry about me. I will hold them. I want you to promise me to survive, to take this message for our country.